Alrighty, so here we have Wyrmspan from Stonemaier Games. It's got the Automa Factory. I don't know if you can see that logo up there. So it's designed by Connie Vogelman, art by Clementine Compardau, developed yeah, I guess I said that right. Developed by Elizabeth Hargrove. It's for 1 to 5 players, 14 and up, 90 minutes. And as it says, it is a Wingspan game. So it's not the Wingspan, but adjacent. If we flip over to the back side, we can see the components of the box as well as like a layout of people playing. Very nice box, typical Stonemaier quality. However, this is where I think they fell flat on their face. They just tossed stuff in a box, and it would have been nice to see a little bit more of an organizer. Anyways, so on the top here, we have our rules book. I'll just quickly go through quick. Wyrmspan Dragon Facts, so it's got a book that covers every dragon in the game, which is kind of cool. I kind of like that. I dig that. The Automa solo rules. There is a pair of plastic trays for holding things, the lids and the bottom. All of our components. Your player counters, I guess. Bag of bags. The locations, I think it is. That's obviously a dragon deck. That might have the last of the dragons as well. 2 more decks of dragons. We have the rule sheet. Punch board minus, is that milk? It looks like milk. A very shiny sheet. A mat for the dragon cards and cave cards. Dragon Guild. Yet another board, the round tracker. We have, I'm going to skip to the bottom, 2 sheets here of punch outs. I'm going to go ahead and start showing you those a little more in depth. So the first sheet here has some of the 2 of the different guilds, as well as like objective tiles, some X2 multipliers, stake, gold, typical Stonemaier quality, of course. There, punch out very well, so they're decently thick. I'll give them that. Might be hard to see with the light. The other board has 2 more of the guilds, a few more objectives. Again, some X5 markers. More gold. Not sure what that resource is. It looks like some sort of mineral, of course, but which one I don't know. The player mats on the one side have a very cool scene on it. And then if we flip it over, akin to a Wingspan laid out, you've got your different actions over here, the different caverns here, and this is where the tableau where you'd play out your cards to build your engine, etc. So there's 5 of those total. Coming back over to this board, I said again, this is like your round tracker, all 4 rounds, and then it's got the game end. The objectives would sit here, and then I guess how many points you get for it. Reverse side just says round tracker. The Dragon Guild board has spots to put stuff, markers. You place the Dragon Guild there with the correct player count face up, so I guess I didn't pay any attention. The guilds had different sides. And on the back is just another nice piece of art. The dragon cards, cave cards, again, real simple, nice art. I like the Japanese, I'm gonna call it, aesthetic of it. Card mat. So these look to be like scales. Let me punch one out, maybe it'll help with the lighting a bit. So those are real cool. I opted not to go for the premium resources. I wanted to, I still might at some point, but Here's again more resources, the water or whatever it is. There's one stake, just one there, and then I'm assuming that's the first player marker. So score pad, place for everybody's names, and then all your different ways to score. It's double-sided, so you got plenty of space. Actually, is one side different for solo? No, it's the same on the other side. Baggies don't need to show you. I guess let's get into some cards. So these, I believe, are like the cavern cards. They're a smaller format. Quite a few of those. I'm not going to go through them all. This tells you what to gain when you go to these places. Backside. It's very nice art. I'm really digging this aesthetic. So, a bunch of those. Let me grab my knife. So we'll speed this up because it's easier than trying to grab the little pull tab. In theory. Come on. Alright. So again, there's some here. I don't know what Ravel mode is. Automa difficulty levels. There are 2 sets of 5 of these cards, so they're kind of player aids. Again, I'm not a fan of just putting it on a card, especially if I now need 2 cards that are double-sided with different information. Give me one bigger sheet with all of it on it. But it is nice to have. I'm glad they included them at least. I will give them that. Here we have the Automa cards. Good guess, I'm guessing, because of the cogs on the back. And it describes how the Automa player will play to do the different things. So that I'll be checking out because I primarily play solo. I'm going to go ahead and open all of these decks real fast. Maybe. This deck is like piss off, man. There we go. So I think it said there's like 183 dragons, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe they have no intentions on releasing any expansion packs for this, but I'm sure if there's enough demand they might. Alright, so again, I'm not going to show you them all because, you know, there's tons of them, but I'm not sure what these symbols on the side are for. They are numbered, so you know exactly what dragon number is. Tells you what to do with each. It's got like a character trait I see down here, shy, versus like this one is helpful. That one's aggressive. I mean, that one just looks aggressive even. The Dappled Glade Spirit, that's a real cool looking one. I like that. Gives the size of them, how many eggs or something maybe to hatch them. Stoic Griff Dragon. So, whoop. Said tons and tons of dragons. I'm really curious what that marker on the side is for. That's kind of interesting. That one's playful. Then we've got our player markers here. They're just shields in your typical colors, nothing crazy. Silica gel, gotta have that. Oh, I'm guessing the shields are like score markers, and then these are your actual players. Not sure what the big pink dot is, but really nice quality. I like that. Then we've got some of our dragons here. These ones are wood. Somehow I managed to not get a single purple, but they're all speckled. There's like a red, a green, and a gold. Egg on the loose. And then there's more. There's like a black, a blue, a light blue. Actually, that might be purple, a darker purple or something, and then like a white one. So, a bunch of those. I feel like Wingspan had like resin ones. And then here we got a bag full of cubes of the various player colors. Again, those are where you put on your board what you're doing each action. So let me slide this off to the side. So coming back to the rules, here's your Automa rules. Again, it tells you how to set up, how they score points, how to do the rounds. So the Ravel mode is clearly solo play thing. Real nice artwork. I keep saying that, but it is. It's real nice. And then again here, about all the dragons. So they're numbered like they are in the game. Although it's kind of weird that like 150, 40, number 3, 51. So there's no... Oh, it's alphabetical. I know how to look at alphabet. But it gives you a bit of blurb about them. So the traits, the nest, how much it costs, the size, habitat. And I think this was Stonemeier's solution to Wingspan having the little, blurb at the bottom of the cards that I know they're removing for the sake of accessibility. So I feel like this is a great solution to that, Now it'd be cool if they, with Wingspan, put out a similar thing when they're done with all the expansions that, give you all the, like a catalog, so to speak, with everything. So that's a pretty thick thing. 32 pages. And then lastly, we come over to the actual rule book. So on the front page, it's got everything laid out. So, the scales are coins. Meat, gold, crystal tokens. Yeah, they are milk tokens, okay. Oh, the pink disc was the round marker. Guild tokens, shields. So they lay out how to set up, information, pictures. I like that. I wish every game did this, that I know how I need to set my table up, where things go. A lot of games are good about it, but there's still some out there that don't. Overview on your turn, how to do the different actions in great depth. Shows you all the information on the cards, how it's relevant. Hatchlings. The dragon guilds. How to score, end of turn, end of round, end of game. And icons. So, that's real cool. Anyways, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing of Wyrmspan. Can't wait to get into the box.